Afternoon everyone, this is Ben's Restos. Welcome to the channel. Today we've got my next bike build. It's a 1998 specialised ground control FSR comp. I acquired this as a whole bike a little while ago, and it's been a sort of side project for me over the last few months. Trying to sort of firstly get it back into a sort of mildly period spec, because it came with some sort of random stuff on it, and also to try and get a bit of an upgrade spec as well to it, but maybe something in keeping with the time that it came out or just after. So I've tried to, where possible, stick with sort of 98 up to early 2000 bits. So the frame is in pretty good shape. When I got it, I fully stripped it apart, had all the bushings apart, and they're all actually in great shape. So they've just been cleaned and re-lubricated with slick honey bearing grease, and reassembled. A couple of new stainless fasteners here and there where needed. The rear triangle had a few bumps and dings on it, so I've just sort of blown that over with a bit of fresh gloss black just to sort of blend it in, and it looks a lot better now. The main frame has just simply had a good polish. There's a few chips and things on it from use, but it's not bad. And this bike's going to be my bike as a sort of fun bike, sort of ride out with the kids and just have a bit of a retro time with it. The shock is a RockShox Deluxe with the adjustable rebound damping. So this has been fully serviced and is in good working order. I've got a Hope quick release seat collar on it. And then the forks are these sort of 99 vintage Marzocchi Bomber Z1 BAMs. So these were not original to the bike. It would have had originally RockShox long travel, I think they were T2s, Judy's. I've still got those forks, but they're kind of fairly crude in design. They're elastomers with no damping per se, other than a bit of grease on the elastomers, so they felt a bit sort of bouncy. So I thought it would be good to upgrade them with something kind of period. So these Marzocchis will do the trick nicely. So these bombers, when I got them, they actually were almost like sort of new old stock. I don't think they'd seen much use, but they'd suffered quite badly with corrosion on the legs. Even though they were lacquered, it sort of eaten through. So they have had a strip down, some fresh lacquer, new stickers. I've changed the seal to Enduro fork, oil and dust seals, and shimmed the bushings to make sure that they feel nice and snug and no play. Fresh oil as well, so they should be in good working order. And then let's move over to the wheels. So the rear wheel is original. It's a Mavic 221 rim with an LX Shimano Hub. I don't think the cassette sprocket's original, it's a SRAM thing, but I've kept it on for now. It doesn't look too worn, so we'll give it a go. It didn't come with the correct front wheel, so that I got rid of that. And what I wanted to do with this bike, because I'd fitted the Marzocchis, I wanted to upgrade to a front disc brake. So I found this wheel sort of fairly inexpensively. It's a Shimano Hub with a Mavic 317. It's a kind of fairly similar section to the rear, so it's sort of more or less a reasonably good match for now. And obviously the Shimano Hub is a disc hub, and I've got some specialised S-Works tyres, the Captains on there, which a little bit after late 90s, but they still look quite good. Right, so next let's have a look at some of the other components that are going on the bike. Here's a delightful table of bits to go on, if you like that sort of thing. So Again, some of the drivetrain is original, so we've got the original cranks here. So these are in a right state, to be honest, and I almost sort of chucked them in the scrap bin. They're a bit beaten up, and the original anodizing was really badly scratched and kind of ruined. So in the end I kind of bit the bullet and just stripped them back to the bare alloy, gave them a damn good clean and polish, put some nice new red anodized chainring bolts, and to be honest they cleaned up pretty well, and I think they'll look fine on the bike. You can see I've gone for a little bit of a red anodized theme. Some you may argue it's a bit overkill, but you know, once I got into it I couldn't stop really, so we'll see how it looks when the bike's finished. Drivetrain wise, we've got the XT rear mech and LX front mech. They were original to the bike. It would have originally had LX shifters. The bike didn't come with them, but I managed to source some off another bike that I bought, and I stripped them down and have given them an overhaul, and they work nicely now. An Avid rear brake, rear V, with a nice single digit brake lever there, and that brand new Avid pads. On the front I managed to source a sort of period correct Hope C2 front disc brake, which is going to look pretty cool on there, I think. There's the rotor there. Some nice period Club Roost bars. They came with the bike, but I kind of kept them, and because they were the red anodized I thought I'd stick with the theme. New chain, original specialised stem, which is monumentally long compared to modern standards, but we'll see how it goes. Nice SDG new old stock titanium saddle. ODI grips, which I've always liked from way back in the day really. They feel nice. Made in the USA, nice and grippy and compliant, and they look cool as well. FSR Orbit headset, which you know, would have been more or less right at the time, late 90s, early 2000s. We've got some Shimano DX SPD pedals. Now these were again in a bit of a state, and I've sort of stripped them down, cleaned them, given them a new lick of red paint, and greased them all up, and they should hopefully do the job for mild use. We've got a few trick anodized bolts and things for the brake rotor and for the bottle cage. Original Shimano bottom bracket, which is in good order, and then that's kind of it really. So keep an eye on my subsequent videos, because I'll perhaps do a couple of videos through the build, and then one of the final bike. Maybe I'll even do one of the ride and how it feels, so you can see it out in the wild being used. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please keep an eye on updates, and any questions or comments, please make them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.